Hello, it's Mama here. This episode of Thrifted Revamp is going to be on a crop top with a Mandarin collar created from a large blouse. If you haven't already, please subscribe and stay tuned until the end to see how I style the final piece. To create the pattern, I took a fitted blouse and traced out the shape of the armhole. I didn't create a full pattern because I'm really only trying to capture the shoulder area, so I copied just enough of the shoulder, sleeve, and side seam to allow me to recreate the shape. Don't forget to add ½ inch seam allowance to any raw edge. And by the way, this is the same technique from my off-the-shoulder button-up tutorial, so I borrowed the footage from there. With the shirt laid out flat, I chopped off a large chunk from the bottom. You might have noticed the collar is missing. I was actually working towards a different design, but when I realized the fabric just wasn't going to work, I changed directions, so hence the missing collar. Anywho, after drawing out the new armhole, I added a straight line for the side seam and sewed the new seams closed. I wanted to keep the top of my sleeve, so I lined it up against the finished line of the pattern and disregarded the seam allowance. And since I didn't want to have to redo the gathering at the wrist, I tapered out the bottom towards the original seam like so. Here is my new sleeve, and I'm going to sew from the wrist towards the armhole. For the collar, I removed the top part and only kept the band, which will become the Mandarin collar. Since I had removed it at the beginning, now I have to go back and reattach it to the bodice. I'm doing this by sandwiching the neckline in between the two layers of the collar. Here is a close-up of the sandwiching. Sew all the way around and go slow. Try to keep the two layers in line with one another and capture both layers when sewing. I sewed the bottom first before closing up the top. As you can see, I manually walked the needle when I got to the end of the collar. This is for both precision and to avoid hitting the button. When attaching the sleeves, make sure they're on the correct sides. Believe me, I've placed them on the wrong sides before. The way I do this is to make sure that the front of the sleeve is facing the front of the shirt when it's been inserted. Lastly, I hemmed the bottom by folding in twice by 1/8 of an inch, and the project is now complete. Here are 3 ways to wear the top. The first is the basic pairing with jeans and heels. The distressed details give off a laid-back vibe, but at the same time the heels still keep the whole outfit classy. The second outfit is a take on a more preppy look. Tucking in the shirt provides some shape, and the cardigan is a sweet touch of color. Lastly, the same black and white combo gets a rebellious makeover with a distressed denim vest while the leggings keep me warm. This concludes the video, and I hope you enjoyed. Please like and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye!